Hello everybody, I believe we are live. Welcome to Montezuma. Starting up a little early, about 10 minutes or so now. It's a sunny, well, mostly sunny day right now, and just slight breezes, about 74 degrees. And I think I'm going to get going right away because it is a little bit of a late start. In the meantime, I have seen or heard a number of species, including song sparrow, pigeon, red-winged blackbird, tree swallow, house wren, bald eagle, turkey vulture, osprey, brown-headed cowbird, yellow warbler, purple martin, and I think that's just about it. Oh, and American robin. So might as well get underway. Don't know what kind of a day we're in for. It's definitely sunnier than I would have cared to have it. I did hear a vireo of some sort, but I'm not sure what it was. I'm hearing that house wren right now. And I believe I just heard an American redstart. Maybe wrong about that one. Hearing a chip note from what is, I believe, a song sparrow, and I just heard a song sparrow sing. I see the song sparrow, at least one of them, or maybe I believe there are more. There are multiple songs. Hold on one second. What do I see? Oh, there it is. I see a gray catbird. Heard another yellow warbler. And up on the another gray catbird up ahead on the road, or right on the edge of the road. I did see starlings also. Sorry about that, forgot them. See a red-winged blackbird. Like I said, I don't know what kind of a day we're going to have today. It's 74, but when in that sunshine, it is warm. Not sure if that was American redstart or not, we just heard. Sorry about last week. You know, I was hoping to have the tour, but it just couldn't happen. I have a feeling I'm going to have 1 or 2 weeks sometime in, you know, here or there in the summer, before summer's over, when we're going to have to skip the tour again, just because of my own scheduling. Oh, over to the right, I see a couple mallards. Now, I've been seeing mallards here, you know, here and there, over the last several days, and I may be wrong, but I have a feeling we may soon be seeing eclipse plumage. And what did I just hear? Oh, just heard a common yellowthroat, but I heard something else. I believe I just heard a warbling vireo. I may be mistaken, but I think that's what I heard. Coming from our right. And not very, very close, but actually you wouldn't expect it to be. Not here. That was a red-winged blackbird. I didn't get to show it to you very well. Just heard a swamp sparrow. Unless I missed it, I have yet to hear I have not yet heard a marsh wren. Just heard yellowthroat again. I don't know what this area has seen in terms of weather over you know, over the last couple weeks, and you know, a couple weeks is a long time in terms of this area and weather and everything. And I know my own area received a fair amount of rain. But I can't speak to this one. Now remember, they've been draining the main pool here, so I doubt there's much water in there, although that rain may have, you know, added some back. Who knows? We'll see. And I don't know if again, I don't know if this area received rain recently. I think I may have just heard a marsh wren. Yes, I believe we're hearing marsh wrens now. definitely hearing mushrooms. And yellow throat again. Now somebody just flew over here, but they seem to fly on the far side of that bush or whatever it is. And I have little chance of seeing him. Hold on, let me look at something. Okay. I think the birds that I saw on that far side of the bush just flew right by me, and I never saw them, never got a look at them. I ran an idea by people at the lab, and I'm not saying I was the first to come up with it, and apparently I wasn't, and that's fine, but the idea had occurred to me independently. And I was thinking of, like, you know, what happens when you go to let's say a medical appointment, or if you go to, I don't know, one of those quick oil change places or whatever. What happens? You go and then you sit in a waiting room, typically for what can be an extended period of time. And what's usually, if they have a TV on the wall, what's usually on TV? Either national news, local news, maybe a reality court TV show of some sort. I think I'm hearing, I'm not sure what I just heard. I think I heard a flycatcher of some sort. Anyway, the news can be boring to watch, especially if it's just repetitive nonsense. Whether it's local or national. The court shows, I don't know about you, I can't stand watching them. And I was thinking, what would be better? You don't even have to worry about, like, if you're let's say a customer or a patient or whatever coming in at the wrong time. It's not like you missed the story or something like that. I was thinking that one of Cornell's live cams might be appropriate, especially like one of the feeder cams. And I suggested to the lab, that might be a good idea, and maybe a lot of, if possible, and there are some technical issues because it's not a regular TV channel. So you'd have to have either a smart TV or hook up some sort of enabling device to it. But I suggested, maybe reaching out to doctors' offices and let's say oil change place, any place where there's a waiting room, and maybe encouraging them to switch to one of your cam streams. And they indicated that they thought it was a good idea, but they have only so much capacity in terms of actually reaching out. Okay, I understood that. So I think what I'm going to do, and I would encourage maybe some of you to do the same, if just heard a marsh wren again. If you happen to know of a, you know, if you happen to go to such an office or building or whatever, and can make that suggestion to somebody, might be a good idea. Give it a try. You never know. You may end up, and there are reasons for it. You know, first of all, it's interesting to watch, beautiful, relaxing. I mean, just thinking about like the you know, the feeder cam at Sapsucker Woods. It's relaxing. It's interesting. To me, it's certainly better than, let's say, the news or, you know, whatever courtroom drama, sometimes with, to me, overacting, you know, that sort of thing. So, I mean, you know, might be worth suggesting to various people. So, I hear a robin, and these look like mallards. You know, thinking about, let's say, a doctor's office, if anything, you want your patients to be relaxed. And so, you know, if that's a relaxing thing to watch the feeder cam, and I think it is, I mean, for the most part anyway, might be a lot better than watching the news or watching some courtroom drama where it's really just something to showboat the judge. So that's my thought. I don't see, at least with the naked eye, I don't really see anything else going on there. I have a feeling that, you know, here along Wildlife Drive is going to be pretty quiet. Now, I did see on eBird postings for sightings of black-bellied whistling ducks in the area. Not here at Wildlife Drive, but nearby. And I did stop along the way here, but, you know, I didn't know exactly where to look, and I didn't know my way around, and I didn't happen, in just my quick check, didn't happen to see like any groups of people looking at them. And these were postings from yesterday. For all I know, the ducks have moved on. And we saw ourselves on the tour, we saw a black-bellied whistling duck, you know, late summer last year or early fall. Late summer, I would say. And that was the first and only one I've ever seen. But I wouldn't mind seeing one again, or two. Quite honestly, I think about that duck essentially every day. That, what we just heard now, that was a red-winged blackbird. I don't know if it was a female or an immature male, but it wasn't. It was definitely not a fully matured adult male, anyway. Now I know we see the speaking of the feeder cam, we do see red-winged blackbirds sometimes on the feeder cam at Sapsucker. Okay, fine. So we see them eating. Other than that, sometimes I wonder if they eat at all, or if they just spend all their time chasing each other around. I mean, I know they do eat, but it seems like they spend all their time chasing each other around or chasing everything else around, and who knows what. Hold on one second here. Let me back up. I do see some mallards, and I think I see something else. Let's go to that something else before it disappears. Okay, that's a common gallinule. All by itself. If you don't know, that's not a duck. Although it has a similar form factor overall. And then we do have some actual ducks, mallards, over here. And somewhere over here, sounds like it's not far away, is a marsh wren vocalizing. Or did vocalize. As you can see, the main pool is essentially gone in terms of water, and we just have a lot of vegetation growing in. Looks like it's all short so far, for the most part anyway. And you know, if you're wondering, is it all dry? Is there no water in the area? There's you know, not only do we have these pools over here on this side, the right side of the car, of the road, there's a canal beyond our view. Oh, and a great blue heron here in this pool. I'm not going to, because of this car ahead of me, I'm not going to be able to get the greatest of views, but we'll keep moving on. So again, it's not as if there's no water at all and now the whole place is a desert. Far from it. But, you know, that main pool is gone, and whatever it could offer various species is currently unavailable because it has been deliberately drained. And that's, you know, it is what it is. As I've mentioned to you throughout the draining process, that does sometimes give us opportunities to see something, you know, things we might not otherwise see. Okay, way out there. Another great blue. It looks very light and white, but it's a great blue heron, not an egret. I do see some water out there, and it's basically, from what I can tell, in that area that is often the last to drain. So either water's just accumulating there, somehow water must be accumulating there, I'm guessing. I think it should have and would have evaporated by now had it not received, you know, additional water somehow. So just for the yellow warbler. But anyway, like, you know, as they were draining it, you know, the lower water levels were, you know, maybe not so good for some species, but they did draw, you know, the interest of quite a few herons, great blue herons, egrets, gulls, eagles. But now things have changed. Hold on one second, what do I see? Red-winged blackbird, okay, he's on the other side of the road. Even when they don't actually drain this, I mean, it is different from season to, you know, year to year, season to season. What are you going to see here? Well, you don't know. That's why we're here, to find out what we would see. Now, what they have done in the past is, you know, they go through the summer under these conditions where they're preventing water from, you know, returning. but hopefully, you know, in the late summer or early fall, they'll, you know, open things back up and allow water, maybe even pump water. I'm not sure if they do that or not. You know, I don't think they pump water into here. Maybe in that area near the visitor center they do pump water, but I don't believe they pump water here, but I could be wrong. But anyway, they'll bring water back, and hopefully, you know, by the time the fall migration returns, we'll have, I think I'm hearing another common yellowthroat, we'll have, you know, water that will be of interest to the various ducks that are migrating. I believe I just saw an American robin. And I do see some white birds nearby. I believe they're gulls, but we'll take a look as best we can. I'm going to put this on just in case I need it. Now I do see a great blue heron over here. Hello, heron. And but here we do have some gulls. In the sun, it is warm, so you know, no surprise if you see them, any birds today with their mouths open as they're just trying to cool. What kind of gulls these are, I'm not sure. I don't believe they're herring, but I'm not sure. And I think I see, what else do I see out here? Hard to tell, and maybe we should switch cameras and maybe get a slightly better look. You can see though that we're having an issue with heat shimmer because it may not be a really hot day, but there is bright sunshine, at least over this area. So let's stop here for a moment and let's take a look. We're still going to have the heat shimmer, but we'll get some magnification that hopefully will help to overcome that, at least enough so we can get an ID. Okay, these do, to me, look like mallards. You see, colors are not... I think they are starting to go to eclipse plumage. I may be wrong about that. That is, you know, the non-breeding color plumage. So for males, for instance, not the green heads and... Who is this? Are these gadwalls by any chance? I'm not sure. You know, quite honestly, I've in recent days I've wondered, like, okay, what is the purpose of? I can understand the purpose of molting, and you know, you need to change the feathers out because feathers take wear and tear. But I wonder sometimes, what is the purpose of you know, an eclipse plumage? Why change your colors? Why not always stay in those same colors? You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just not exciting if you wear the same outfit every day. I don't know, but... And I say that only half jokingly. I mean, maybe there's a purpose to switching at certain times of the year to something that may be more enticing or whatever to the females. I don't know. Okay, let's look at these gulls while I happen to have them on camera. I am guessing they're ring-billed. They're cute. Hi. just hanging out there. And then a little farther out in the water, I see ducks we have not yet looked at, or at least I don't believe we have. If I can find them. Guessing mallards. I don't want to lighten it up if I don't have to. Yes, they look like mallards to me. And then, hold on one second, let me just look at one other thing. I think that's pretty much it. In the air up ahead, I see 2 turkey vultures in the air. Let's, I think we'll switch cameras though and continue. The turkey vultures, this is through the windshield of course, are up here. There's one anyway. It's you know, at least so far here, it's relatively quiet. You know, we're not seeing all that much. I'm not saying it's surprisingly so, but this is another turkey vulture. And the tree swallow just flew by. I had a conversation with someone yesterday. He's not a bird watcher, but he, you know, seems to at least kind of sort of watch for birds. I think, you know, on occasion he'll have some interest, and he certainly knows that I'm a bird watcher. And he was saying, you know, he hasn't been seeing many hawks lately. And I explained to him, you know, there are probably some reasons for that, and I've mentioned it to you before. I think I see an eagle on the ground, but I'm not sure. We'll get to it. I do see a great blue heron in the air, up fairly high. You know, think about it. As you're driving around, let's say, you know, January, the trees don't have any leaves yet, and, you know, so if there are hawks in the trees, it's easier to see them, for one. 2, I suspect strongly, unless it is just the leaves hiding them from me all year round, I suspect very strongly that, oh, it's a Canada goose, not a bald eagle on the ground. I suspect very strongly that what concerns me is this goose is all by itself. Wonder why. Oh no, there's another goose, not very close, but not too far away. So anyway, you know, in January it might be easier to see them in trees because they're, you know, the leaves aren't in the trees. And then as things develop now, think about it. We have most trees are either fully leafed out or they're nearing that point. But I think patterns also change. They definitely change. And I even pointed out, you know, at certain times, we're just past it, I would say. But I mean, look at, you know, Big Red and Arthur. Look at their pattern. A few weeks ago, you'd see, you know, Big Red, one or the other at the nest, you know, essentially 100% of the time. Now it's less so because the chicks are you know, strengthening. They can regulate their own temperature. They don't need to be incubated. They can feed them. I believe they can feed themselves. I'm not sure about that. I think they can at least start. And you know, so things are different. So now you know, Big Red might be off nest and therefore more viewable to someone who's passing by. Great blue heron there. So I mean, things change. to me, you know, it's one of the benefits, or at least one of the positive things, you know, about the colder months. Okay, you know, many of the birds have left, fine, you know, so, okay. But there are some good things about it all, you know. And the opportunity to see, you know, some birds maybe more often or whatever, well, hey, take what you can get. Do I see a great egret up ahead? I think I do. Maybe. Yeah, it looks like it. And hold on a second. And unfortunately, I see a limping Canada goose. Unfortunately, I see a limping Canada goose. I wish I could help. It's about to go in the water, and it is now in the water. And I don't know if it's related to these young Canada geese that are also here in the water. Grasses are in the way. I suspect it is. This goose here, while walking on land, was limping badly. Bless you, baby. I don't see a second adult. Oh, it's not a great egret I see. It's a snow goose. I don't see a second adult. There may be one around, but I don't see it. We're going to keep moving on. As I've said, you know, we come out here and, you know, I'm no expert on any of this, whether it's from a photography standpoint or a bird watching standpoint. I'm just here to share whatever I can see. And, you know, for the most part, we see a lot of beautiful things. Every once in a while we see something that can sadden us. And if you've seen my posting on MeWe this week, you'll know that I believe that the chicks in the red-tailed hawk nest that is near me, you know, held by Betty and Barney, two hawks I've watched for years, I believe the chicks are now gone for whatever reason. Something happened to them. And I had seen them as recently as last Saturday. And I went to, and they looked fine. They were standing there, and they, at least, I think they had full crops, or at least, you know, at least one of them did, in just a quick video I had recorded. And I think they all did. I went back to just look at them again on Sunday and didn't see them. And then on Monday I didn't see them. And you know, they're large enough and old enough. Had they been, you know, younger ones, you know, I could say, well, you know, maybe they're hunkered down, sleeping or whatever. And you know, okay, I could understand that. But you know, I kept going back day after day, and I haven't seen any activity. And finally, on Thursday night, I went back again, and I've even made like extra, you know, just special trips to go see that nest. You know, not just, oh, I think I see a green heron. I believe that was a green heron. Let me see if it. Yep. Well, we're not gonna be able to stay with it. It just went towards the channel there. So I was even going at other times of day, you know, lunchtime, and then in the evening, you know, enough to cover the various times of day as best I could. And you know, you figure, okay, eventually you're going to see some movement or something. There was no movement, no nothing. Didn't seem to be changes to the nest in terms of like greenery or anything like that. And I've come to believe that something must have happened. Don't know what. I'm not going to speculate, but I'm guessing something happened. Maybe you know, I don't know. There was warm weather last weekend, so that could have been involved. Could have been a predator. Could have been, but I'm not going to claim I know what happened. I heard a yellow warbler. I just heard a marsh wren. Hearing a song sparrow. Just saw, I think I saw a grackle. Yes, grackle. Let's see a tree swallow here. No, that's not a tree swallow. Is it? Let me see. No, that is not a tree swallow. That is an eastern kingbird. Oh, and the kingbird just took off because a red-winged blackbird just had to tune in and take the space. Hearing a swamp sparrow. The car ahead of us and to our right looks like he's taking pictures, he or she. Probably wanted the kingbird, and then the red-winged blackbird had to come in and take the shot. I hear a catbird. I may see that same kingbird. It's down, you know, I'm perched on some grasses lower. I had hoped to share the Betty and Barney chicks with you more. You know, I obviously wanted to see them more, but it just wasn't meant to be, unfortunately. And you know, it was wonderful. I mean, I couldn't look down into the nest, you know, like we could, for instance, years ago at the cliff in Ithaca, the cliff nest. But you know, I had from the area where I could walk, had a decent view. And you know, I wonder if the nest was just built this year, maybe, or not, because you know, not that I walk there every day, but I almost wonder, how could I have missed this? I hope they use that nest again in the future, assuming they can, you know, use it successfully. And you know, I've decided I want to look at the whole thing, you know, with a glass half full perspective as opposed to empty. And you know, it's the first time I had seen their nest. Again, these are hawks that live near me. and I was just grateful that it happened. So I consider myself lucky. It's whatever happened to them, I'm sure was unlucky or unfortunate, whatever. But I was lucky to at least see them for a little bit. I think it was the first day that I had seen them when I was done watching them, and believe me, it was tough walking away that day. You know, and I was seeing some other things too. And by the way, I've, you know, in that same area, I've since found both a, and I'm not sure where they are in terms of their own, you know, schedule or development, whatever. I've also seen a yellow-bellied sapsucker nest and a northern flicker nest. And I think I see an osprey in the air. That is an osprey. But anyway, that first day, when I was done, I you know, started walking back towards my home, and I had stopped and just thinking about my good fortune, I was just shaking my head. Just, you know, how fortunate it is sometimes to be able to see such things. I think I see a couple mallards. Now, you know, a couple weeks ago we had seen an American bittern in this area, and along this stretch. I'm not sure exactly where along this stretch, but we had seen one then. So I'm trying to kind of sort of keep my eyes out for one. You never know. Here are the mallards. And to my left / behind us, there's an osprey in the air. I'm not sure if it's the same osprey we already saw. This morning, I've told you before, I look for my neighboring red-tailed hawks every day. And, I'm sure without chicks to take care of, their pattern has now changed. And, as I've been going there, to their nest all week long, hoping to see some activity, I haven't seen the parents nearby and everything. So, whenever it happened, and I suspect it happened either Saturday night or Sunday sometime, since then, I'm sure, they've known, and maybe things have been adjusted accordingly, but it was good to see all three adults this morning. Two were together, and then one, separately, not that far, but in terms of flight, not that far away from them. Swamp sparrow. So to see Betty, Barney, and Phoenix it's always good, and to me, it's always a good way to start the day, I don't see them every single day. I mean, every once in a while there's a day I don't get to see them at all. And when those days come around, I always feel like, well, I must have done something wrong. I think it was this, it's happened before also, and like this past winter, you know, I think when we had a huge snowfall, you know, you're dealing with the snow and you think, oh, there's no way I'm going to see anything today, you know, forget about it. And when I saw one of the hawks, and it's just, you know, it just says, well, you know, as bad as this snow is, things are going to be okay. I mean, it's not, you know, not ideal certainly, and some things will probably suffer, but you see the hawks and one of them and you think, well, we'll get back to normal soon enough. So the hawks are special to me. Did I mention that I heard a killdeer also? I can't remember if I included that. While I was setting up, I did hear a killdeer. I have a feeling I skipped that one. Actually, I think I may have heard two, but I'm not positive. But I definitely heard one. Second. Looks like we have 3 ospreys in the air. Now, we may have already seen one or more of them. Come on, Ferris. They're not very close. We're going to let them go, but nice to see them. As you can see, the grasses have really grown here on the edge of the road, making viewing difficult. marsh wrens nearby. One or more. Just wish they'd show themselves, but you know. Great blue heron. Just like I said, these grasses make things difficult to see anything. I think we're going to pick up our pace a little bit. Warm here in the car, but it's still reading 74 degrees, but we all know my thermometer lies. We know that. Or at least we get here and for a while it'll stop paying attention, and then all of a sudden it'll pay attention again. Funny, sometimes I try to predict what kind of activity I'll see, whether it's here or you know, wherever, and can't remember if it was this week or if it was sometime last week, just near my own home. I thought, oh, you know, it's kind of breezy today, sunny. I thought this should be a good day for activity. And it just plain wasn't. I couldn't believe it. Well, I could believe it, but I was just surprised by how little activity there was. Oh, I see a great blue heron. I thought I saw something else, but it turns out it looks like a heron with the naked eye, and there it is. Hi, heron. I saw its body first, and I realized it was attached to more. It wasn't just the whole body and head down low. I mean, sometimes you think, okay, good, a breezy day, that'll get some of the larger birds taking to the skies. I see an osprey to our up ahead and to our right. I don't know if it could be maybe one of the three that we already saw. we speak often about the American robins and how they help us to locate hawks, and they do. But we shouldn't forget the red-winged blackbirds. They're as helpful, really, if not more so, in certain situations. And just actually recently, I was in my own area, looking one way, and just the vocalizations by the red-winged blackbirds had me turning around and looking the other way, and sure enough, there was a hawk in flight. So, pay attention to them as well. For me, it's getting to be almost second nature to actually pay attention to, bird alert calls, and especially if they're, not just one of them, but if there are like several all at once, out of, compared to just seconds before nothing, I'll usually notice and wonder, okay, something must be up, something must be going on. Much going on here, but like I said, it's been relatively quiet here today. Not surprisingly so. It's not just because they've drained things. I'll remind you, years ago, I basically wasn't coming up here during the main summer months. Okay, see, you got to pay attention to everything. I saw a shadow on the ground, a large shadow. There's an osprey up above us. Great blue heron over here. Let's keep going. Oh, what was that? Did I just think yeah. Black tern. It's not close to us, but good to see. They are dwindling in numbers, and they're really struggling, so my heart always goes out to them. noise. I just need some cross ventilation here. So have that window open. So I would agree, if anyone's saying it, I don't believe this was our very best visit to Wildlife Drive. But I've had worse, believe it or not. Come on. That's it for Wildlife Drive. Over here for a moment. I just want to take a look, see if we can see anything at all in terms of the rookery. Just heard a common yellowthroat and mushroom. I see a great blue heron in the air up ahead of us. At least from here, I don't see all that much activity in the rookery, so I think we're going to move on. I don't know if they still have, if any of the nests are still active or not. No idea. You know, it's been so long since we were able to, you know, see an active nest at Sapsucker that, you know, I've forgotten the timing of things. If you think about it, because of the way they, the two species go about things, you know, flight skills are you know, very different for the two, and how necessary those skills are. With red-tailed hawks, I say the two species, I didn't mention which one I was thinking of first, but with red-tailed hawks, sure, you know, you see the young leave the nest, and you know, they do need to develop flight skills. And saw an osprey in the air to our left, and I see two ospreys at least on this nest that we're about to pass. You know, the hawks need to certainly be able to fly to, you know, to perches where they would look down on the ground, and then I see a crow to our left. And then, you know, hopefully for them, yeah, I guess it's a crow. I don't think it's something larger like a raven. I think it's a crow. Hold on. I believe it's a crow. American crow. Anyway, in terms of developing those flight skills, you know, things are obviously very much different. On the power line that just flying off was, I think we've got a couple eastern kingbirds. In the air is a great blue heron. Now it says 79 degrees. I mean, it said 74 degrees a minute ago. See? What did I tell you? What did I tell you? I believe I just saw a starling. And a robin. And a bobolink. Hold on one second. Oops, sorry. Did I just lose sight of it? Oops. Sorry, I looked away. And now I don't... Oh, wait, maybe I do see it. There it is. So we're suffering a little bit from heat shimmer. No, a lot from heat shimmer. Some would describe the bobolink as, I guess, if you look at bobolinks on All About Birds, I think there's a description that's like having a tuxedo on backwards, at least for the males. I don't know if I'd recognize a female. I've seen them, but I just don't know if I'd recognize one right off the bat. I think I've forgotten what they look like. Hey! I still see it in the air, and it's... I don't believe I can see it now. It's somewhere around here, but I don't see it with the naked eye. Wait. I don't know if this is the same one or not. I guess it is. There's another one singing, I believe. I've seen them in this field before. Hold on one second. I don't want to lose this, but I don't know what I see closer. I don't think it's a bobolink. If I can even find it. And I don't see it now. Anyway, I shouldn't have done that. Hold on. Okay, a robin just flew by. Let me see if I can find one with binoculars. Oh, I think I do see one, maybe. Oh, did I just hear a, I may have just heard a yellow-billed sapsucker. Hold on, still looking. I hear one. And I see one in flight. It may be the same one. Hold on one second. You hear that call? I mean, what does it sound like? It sounds like a lot like R2-D2 from Star Wars. Okay. Where'd it go? Oh, it just took off again, and it's not making things easy. Just heard a great crested flycatcher. It's a kind of blackbird, but unfortunately, also, its numbers are dwindling. So, you know, I think of the bobolink often. We're going to move on. Well, you know what? I wouldn't mind if one were really close and we could get a real look. Then again, I say that often, don't I? About whatever species. Hold on a second. I see one that just landed farther out. We are going to move on. Still, nice to see. Love to see one better for you. One of these days. Maybe someday. I hear them singing out there. Years ago, a few years ago now, hold on one second. I was lucky enough to have a few of them come into my view from my home. And I have to say, I really enjoyed watching them. They were around for like a day or two, as I recall, and then, then they moved on or whatever. But I always consider any sighting of a bobolink to be a special one, and at least it is to me. I just saw a northern flicker, very briefly. Just heard a common yellowthroat, a couple starlings. I heard that there may be pheasants around here, but I haven't seen one. But when I heard that, it didn't surprise me because we've seen pheasants here ourselves. Oh, down there I see some white for some reason, and they are great egrets. Just give you a quick look right now. Maybe 4 of them. There's another one that's come into view, another bird. Let's see if it's if it's also an egret, right? Yeah, that looks like it. Right there. Just heard a song sparrow. Never mind. So obviously there's water down there. I believe you can see it. It's not always the case, and you know, last fall I believe it had dried up for the most part. And you know, sometimes if there's too much water, it's no good either. As I said earlier today, you know, certain water levels are good for, you know, some species and not so good for others. I think I'm hearing, yeah, I'm hearing house sparrows. That's nothing. I have a feeling we're not going to be here very long. We'll head up and we'll turn around in the viewing area just so we can get a better look, or at least I can get a better look, and just see if there's anything worth looking at, and if not, we'll move on. You know, just weeks ago we could stop right here and look, but the grasses have grown too high for us to do that. Trying to look for a lower spot. I guess this will do for now. I think I see a great blue heron down there. Well, see, my camera tried to help me, which is annoying sometimes, and whatever that was trying to take off, well, we missed it. What I should probably do is take a look with binoculars. Let me set you down and take a look at things. I see a couple swans. Possibly some wood ducks too, I'm not sure. The swans are, or I'm sorry, the wood ducks are, if they are wood ducks, are down here. Somewhere. Really, I did see them. Okay, hold on, let me try to find them again. Oh. And as for this, what I believe are swans, they're way over here. Come on, autofocus, don't do that. I'm not sure what that is, what they are swimming around them. Could be coots or something like that, I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll try to get another look in a minute. In the meantime, hold on, I want to see if I can do something. Oh, come on. Okay, never mind. Here's a song sparrow, and I wanted to give you a look. Let's see if we can somehow get a view of the swans and what's around them. Before we move in that direction, I want to look around just a bit. Wait a second. Okay. There's something that seemed interesting, or seemed different, but maybe not. Alright, we'll look at the egrets as best we can from here. Great egrets. Is that one at water level, or is it in that tree bushy thingy? I think it is. And then as for the swans, let's see if we can get them from here, because I'm afraid that if we move further along, we'll have vegetation in our way, so we're going to have to look at from here, at this angle. Where are you? You were there before. You're still there. I see you with my eyes. There you are. They do look like ducks down there, I guess. Are they all mallards? Maybe. You probably can see them a little better than I can. At least some of them are mallards. As for the swans, I'm guessing they're trumpeter, but I'm not sure. Okay, I think we're going to move on. Let me just have one more quick look at things, just to see if there's anything else. Sorry, I can't hold things steady very well without actually holding things steady. Okay, I'll just leave it here for a moment while I look around with binoculars. See another great blue heron in flight. Another great blue heron over there beyond the egrets, the great egrets. And I think we're going to move on. Let's do that. Could be worse. You know, could have been worse, I should say. At least we did see the bobolinks, which is always a plus in my book. And a number of other species as well. So, you know, not so bad. One more species for Wildlife Drive I forgot to mention. Eastern bluebird that I heard. Eastern bluebird. Again, that was for Wildlife Drive. Or actually the visitor center area. That's where I heard it. The center was open, by the way, for a change. Didn't actually announce it, but this was all East Road / Knox Marcellus. I should have announced it for anyone who doesn't know. House sparrow. So we're heading to Van Dyne Spoor. We'll take a quick look at things. I have no idea if we'll see anything special there. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. I guess I'd bet against it, or at least I haven't seen any reports of any rarities there. Vulture in the air above the road ahead of us. Not sure what just flew by in front of us on the road. I wonder if that was a female oriole. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Okay, we're on Van Dyne Spoor. We did see a turkey vulture to our left, well, now to our left. Could be the same one I already saw, but it's possible. Well, now there's another one, so at least one is one that we haven't seen. Just heard an American goldfinch, I'm not sure. American redstart. Sounds like American goldfinches. I see a robin on the ground to our right. Hello, robin. Sounds like a crow somewhere around here. I see a common grackle or two. And I think cowbirds. Yes, cowbirds. Brown-headed cowbirds. American robin. Love the robins. Couple weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I walk outside from my home and just heard a yellow warbler, and a robin starts vocalizing an alert call, and I suspected it was because of me. I didn't see where it was, but I suspected it was because of me, and I shushed it. And it shushed. I mean, it's one shush and it stopped vocalizing. I tried it again since, it didn't really work. But I mean, just that one time, it just seemed like it's like, oh, it's just him. Yeah, you can tell. I mean, if you look on either side of the road, the vegetation has grown in, so it's, you know, I can hardly see inside either area, so we have to rely on our ears. So maybe I should stop talking. I believe I hear an alert call from a veery. And I may have heard wood thrush too, I'm not sure. Yellow warbler. Did I just see the wood thrush? Maybe. But it flew. Sounds like another American red star. Again. Eastern wood pewee. Did you hear it? The pewee. There's the pewee again. I'm not sure what I'm hearing. Who's singing? I guess it's a robin, but could that be a grosbeak? Maybe. Rose-breasted, that is. Kind of sounded like a rose-breasted grosbeak. And did I just hear a warbling vireo? I'm not sure. Yes, I believe so. We won't dilly-dally here too much. We'll only stay if we see something really worth watching. Just heard a song sparrow. Another song sparrow. Eventually, you know, when we're done in the Montezuma area, you know, and we're on break, I would encourage you to, you know, look up the bobolink, for instance. It's an interesting bird. And if you're not familiar with them, you might enjoy learning about them a little bit. See a tree swallow on the wires above us. Just a reminder also, you know, regarding what I spoke about earlier. You know, if you feel comfortable doing so, and you go to some area that has, you know, some business or office that has a waiting area, and you feel like you can suggest it, you know, make a suggestion to, instead of watching the same old boring daytime TV, try one of the bird cams. Specifically, I would say the feeders are most appropriate. The feeder cams like Sapsucker Woods. One thing I was hoping we wouldn't see here, but I'm not surprised to see them. Potholes. Potholes on the road. I hear a killdeer. Blackbird, I see above us. I hear it too. Great blue heron. Oh, I went a little bit too far. But there's one at the ground on ground level. I have a feeling we're not going to be here very long. Hold on one second. What's that ahead? I think starlings. Starlings and a groundhog. I hear hear killdeer again. Looks like a young groundhog, or at least by its size. And it just ran towards the water side of the road. Not much water here, but there is still some. I have the feeling they did some road work here, but not much. Certainly not enough to get it back to, like, you know, to reset things. And this is several weeks ago, and now we're already suffering. Either that or else they just didn't do it at all. At least in this stretch, and they're going to eventually come here. Hold on. I just saw a yellow warbler. I see an osprey, I believe. Yes. Quick look. We're going to leave here, I think, very shortly. There's the osprey. But there's not much going on here that I can see. Just saw a mourning dove. Just take a quick look while I'm here. Pied-billed grebe. Maybe two. Oh. Well, it just dove down here. And there's another one, I believe, over here. Well, out there are some birds, by the looks of things. Great blue heron there. Another one. I'm not even sure if that is the nest. The eagle nest, that is. You can have a look at it with binoculars. I believe it is, but I can't tell. There's so much vegetation covering it, we're not going to get a good look no matter what we do from here. Alright, I think we're heading back. Maybe yet another pie-billed grebe. I think I just saw it dive, and up in the air high is an osprey. Let's head back. I don't want to waste time. Pretty quiet here, and if you think, oh, just heard a yellowthroat, nothing to Van Dyne's spoor. Well, remember all the birds we just saw or heard, mostly heard, as we slowly approach this more open area. Common grackle. Not sure what that was. Oh, I think it was probably a red start. And I heard a song sparrow also a minute before that. Or by Vero, I think we heard one already in this little bit of a stretch. no doubt, I just saw a rose-breasted grosbeak. It flew to the ground. Now I don't. Then flew behind us. It was on the left. Now it's somewhere, or at least I saw it fly over the road and to our right. No idea where it is. Let's open this. But it was a male. I'd love to have a good look at it. But I don't know where it is. I just heard a cardinal, northern cardinal. No idea where the grosbeak is. I would love to have given you a look at it. It was just quickly on the ground, then it flew behind us, and I could see over the road, and then to our right. Now on our left now. And I am hearing a northern cardinal. Yellow warbler. I think there was, some maintenance done on this stretch of the road, and then once you reach the open area, I don't believe any maintenance was done. I mean, it looks like they cleared off, much of the damage that we had seen, for instance, in the fall before things closed up, and then, but the area, the stretch along the water, looks like it hasn't been touched. Given the potholes. I wonder if someone just kind of did to a point, forgot for some reason, or forgot to continue on, and then meant to come back. I don't know. See all that much here, but granted, you didn't see the grosbeak. We did hear one though earlier, I believe. But I'm still glad that we came through. own area, you know, the little walk that I have that leads me to, you know, where I found the nest. Hold on one second. I see a hawk, I think. Yeah, Cooper's hawk. Back it up. 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 Backing up. Backing up. Okay, let's see if we can orient the car so we can have a better look. Hold on one second. Don't want to go in the ditch here. We saw, you know, maybe more than a month ago I was here with you, and as we were leaving, I saw a hawk, a Cooper's hawk, and just when we reoriented the car, it took off. Lighten it just a bit. Do have some heat shimmer, but this looks like an adult Cooper's hawk. Long tail. The coloring is about right. I don't believe we could get on the other side of it though to have a better look. I hear a crow. Wish it would turn around. We'll watch it for a few moments. Again, we're looking at a Cooper's hawk, an adult, by the looks of things. Smaller hawk than a red-tailed hawk, but that tail is long. Again, I'd love to see it. You know what? Is that a Cooper's hawk? Could that be a... No, I think it's a Cooper's hawk. I don't think it's a sharp-shinned, for instance. But it does seem small. I know we're not close to it, but it does seem small. Wait a minute, you know what? I know there are differences in the tails, but somehow that hawk seems... I don't know. Yeah, I'm still thinking Cooper's. Okay. Okay, we're going to move along, and I have a feeling we're going to bother this Cooper's hawk, but just going to drive by. We have no other way to go. There's no other way out of here. I don't think we bothered it. Good. I mean, it's still there. Let's see if maybe we can look back at it. I'm not sure if I've got the car optimally set. Did it take off? Oh, I think it did. Yeah, it's gone. I'm sorry. It was there for a moment, but I unfortunately, maybe I frightened it or something. I didn't even see it take off. Did not mean to do that. Lifted your feet, of course, right? As we went over the railroad tracks. I don't have to tell you that, do I? Do I? Just saw a running dove? Morning dove. Seen chipping sparrows, I'm not sure. I don't know. There was small, they look like sparrows, but I didn't get a good look. watching, often looks can be deceiving. Some species look a lot like other species. You hear how it can be difficult sometimes to tell the difference between a downy woodpecker and a hairy woodpecker, or a Cooper's hawk and a sharp-shinned hawk. Various flycatchers, for instance, can be extremely difficult to distinguish. But, some of that looks can be deceiving, applies to bird watchers too, in a way. I wonder if, like, my own neighbors sometimes, they see me and, I'm outside and I'm, looking down at the ground, and they're wondering, what could Ferris, if they happen to see me, what could he possibly down there at the ground, right, just a few feet away from him? And they have no idea that I'm not really looking. Honest to goodness, look. I don't know the people who, really know their various bird calls and other vocalizations. And, they probably get out of, a lot more out of going to certain areas than certainly someone like me. But now, why is this vehicle pulled over? I wonder. Are they bird watching? I think she's just pulled over. And now she's right behind us. I'll let it pass. I have a feeling we're not going to be here long. Yellow warbler, I believe warbling vireo. Oh, someone just flew over. I missed it. Tree swallow. It's been in many ways a quiet day, but I'm enjoying what we're seeing. It's certainly good to be out here, having, especially for me, having missed last week. Just saw common grackle. House. In the air up above and up. And a great blue heron. Did I just hear a chipping sparrow? I believe I did. Common grackle to our right on the ground. Another grackle just flew over the road. I think I'm going to do the usual. I'm going to park, and then I'm going to go just take a quick look, see what's what. Quick look, from the observation deck. straggling blackbird. So I'm going to park. Oh, what is that? Oh. I'm going to park here. And I'm going to leave you alone for a bit. Let me just go take a look and see if there's anything of particular interest in the water or around the water. And I should be back shortly. Okay, here's the deal. Not that I saw a lot, but I saw enough that makes me want to stay here a bit. Primarily what I saw, well, I think I may have heard pied-billed grebe. I did hear a generator that someone's running for their camper or something, intended to wake the dead. But I also saw some black terns and maybe a song sparrow. And I'd like to see if we can watch the black terns. We've done that before, and I just love black terns, and as I told you, they're endangered, so you know, when we get an opportunity, we take it. So I'd like to see if we can go out there on the platform and watch. Now, from a time perspective, I may regret this, but I think I want to see if we can see black terns in flight, and they'll be difficult for me to keep up with, but every once in a while we may have a lucky view. So let me reorient some things and see if we can do this. It really, quite honestly, the people who are here with that generator, which is noisy, they're unfair, in my opinion. They're being a little unfair. Okay, that's that. All right, nice of these wires to get all tangled, you know, don't you think? Okay, I need a tripod, and then I'll come and get you. their dog is also, I think, in competition with the generator to wake up the dead. I believe I just saw some cedar waxwings, by the way. Alright, let's see if we can get everything out of here without killing everything. This could very well be our last stop up here today. I'm not sure if we'll go to Shockey Pool or not. I did see on the list in the visitor center that someone has seen quite a few black terns, but it might be better to see them here than there, just because of angles and the way things work out. So let's see. Hopefully you're all still with me. Oh shoot. Hold on. Quiet. Okay, let's take a walk. I'm going to leave everything the way it is. Yeah. I'm sorry, but that's not the place for a camper. You know, there are other places that are more appropriate. And it's not saying, I'm not saying you can't go fishing there, but you shouldn't have your camper there, or if you do, you shouldn't, at the very least, you shouldn't be running a generator and all that. That's just my opinion. I see some Canada geese also, and red-winged blackbirds. And we'll see if maybe we can occasionally have a look at, oh, sorry. So here are the geese and gosling, cute. And we'll see if we can occasionally get a look at the terns. They know how to, oh, they know how to move. And if they're too close, I can't keep up with them, but this, hold on, this wire is driving me crazy, and so is the camera strap. You know, I should probably have the other camera with me too, but too late now. They're hard to stay with because they just move so quickly, but I want to give you a good look. Again, we're looking at black terns, or at least we're trying to. A series and a species, I'm sorry, in steep decline, I'm sad to say. couldn't stay with that one because of just where it was. I couldn't keep my feet steady. We're hearing them too. There are at least 1, 2, 3. There are a few of them. By the way, the geese have at least 2 goslings. Cute, cute. Just heard a marsh wren. Hold on. There are several of these black terns here. More the merrier as far as I'm concerned. Duck of some sort just flew away. Hold on. I think that may have been a wood duck, but I'm not sure. There's some greenery that's right in the way. And if I move, it's still in the way. Moved once. These birds, I wish you could see how elegant they are in the air overall. I guess, you know, maybe you get a sense in a way, but like from a distance in a way you get a different, you know, really different perspective, and you see how beautiful they are. Hearing a swamp sparrow. Lost that one. The dog's not even barking at anything as far as I could tell. Maybe it's barking at the generator. We won't be here forever, but it's just like I said, it's nice to see the black terns, in my opinion. Shoot, that one was really close. There are tree swallows here as well. They, you know, in some ways they have the same sorts of movements and flights. A little different. Oh shoot, there was one really close. I missed it. I don't know how they do it. All the flying around, it seems like they exert so much energy trying to feed. I don't know where to go in terms of walking. Oh, shoot, shouldn't have moved. Nobody nearby at this moment. I did see a bald eagle here too. When I first walked out, it was in flight, but I don't see it any longer. Oh, who's this? Hi, green heron. And I just heard a common gallinule. Hey. There goes a heron. Okay, the green heron just left the area. Okay, great blue heron. There's the gallinule. Also. And, oh, the heron's still in sight. I'll let it go. It just flew by me. Are you in love with black terns yet? I hope so. See, there's a, like I said, sometimes when they, depending on how they move, it can be difficult for me to stay with them. Just, even if I'm with them, you know, if my footing has to change as I go from side to side, it can be difficult. Oh, one really dove to the water. I missed it. I hope I'm not boring anybody. And don't worry, we won't be here for, like, you know, forever. We'll move on, but... Hearing a cardinal, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let's take a quick break, maybe from the, maybe not. I was going to say take a break from the terns, but let's stay with them, I guess. Again, these are black terns. Species in steep decline, if I'm not mistaken. It's the best look it's the best look we've had at black terns in a while. So why not take advantage? Just heard a common yellowthroat. song sparrow. Okay, I'm going to check up on you. I just want to see if you guys are bored out of your minds or what the story is. Hold on one second. In the meantime, let's... Oh, what's that in the air? Probably a great blue if I had to guess. And it is great blue heron. And oh, up this way, another great blue. Quiet, dog. Okay, I'm going to let it go. It's up high. I want to look at... See if we can... I don't know if we can still see the eagle nest that was around here. Not sure exactly where it was, and I don't know if we can possibly see it anyway. Okay, let me... check up on you anyway. Hold on one second. Okay. So, it looks like you're not yet bored. And we're going to take a few more moments and look at terns as best we can, the black terns. Did I just hear a... Did I hear a flycatcher, a willow flycatcher by any chance? I hear a generator and a dog. This battery's getting a little low. Okay, that one was over there. Right now, in front of me, there are no terns. See the black bodies, and but if they're their wings are more silvery, you could say. But they're elegant flyers. I don't know how they managed to get more out of what they put in, given all the energy they seem to expend, looking for food. Nobody right in front of me at this moment. And you know what? I'm not even hearing them. Not right now. Yeah, I think we've got a flycatcher in here somewhere. Not there, but that's a red-winged blackbird. Quiet dog. We'll probably, I think what we'll do is we're going to just wait here another moment or two. If nobody comes along, then I think we will move on and go elsewhere. Maybe stop at Shockey and look around and see if there's anything worthwhile there. I'm sure there is, just a matter of whether we can see it or not. Oh, sorry. I should at least have you in focus. No, all of a sudden it's very quiet here. This is a tree swallow. Okay, I think, oh, here's the black tern again. Just a few more moments of this, and then I think we're going to move on. Okay, the black tern is moving on itself. I don't know if it means others will return with it or not. Okay, I think we should get going. You know, I have to say, I'm always hoping for like the ultimate recording. So like if you know, a black tern comes along and we can get it, like just if I happen to have the camera in the right position, and maybe get a super close-up or something of a black tern, you know, I'd be happy with it. And that's what I guess I'm hoping for. I think these have been decent looks, but, you know, I'm always hoping that maybe one will track, and I'll be tracking it all the way, and it'll be very close, and we'll get a perfect look of it while it's in flight, you know. But I would say these have been better looks, I think, than we would have had, for instance, at Shockey Pool, because if we're up on the tower at Shockey, you know, the angles are just that much different. I see something in the water. Oh, who's that up in the air? Is that a great blue, or is that something else? Probably a great blue if I had to guess. Let me find it. It is a great blue. And then on the water, there, I see somebody out there. Where are you? Some kind of, why can't I find it? Maybe it's nothing. Oh, huh, there you go. Are they the same ones? I don't know. Canada geese and goslings. And a black tern just saw one on this side, and now it's going further down the channel or canal or whatever. Probably channel is the best word. I think we're gonna head to the car. Oh, hold on. Oh, this one. Okay. Shoot, I had it. Oh. When they're over on that side, it's better just in terms of lighting. you know, to my left. And just adjust things here. Nobody in front of me at the moment. More distantly, I think a great blue. Yes. Okay, what time is it? Time to go. All right, let's head to the car, and we'll make a quick stop, I think, at Shockey to look around, and we'll see. We may get out and look, or maybe we won't. I don't know. Anyway, we stopped here primarily for the black terns, and I'm glad we did. I hope you are glad as well, because they're magnificent birds. Okay. I keep saying okay. So they're you know, a few of them are back and flying around again. The battery's almost dead in this camera. Okay, we're gonna leave, because if I don't get control of my desire to watch them, we'll never leave. This has been good. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. And now I can't leave. Okay, we're gonna go. I promise now. Let's head to the car. I'm gonna leave well, I'm just gonna carry you like this, okay? Like I've said before, you know, sometimes I tell people, oh, I do a lot of bird watching, and I just suspect that people think it's, you know, like I've told you before, oh, there's a bird, oh, there's a bird. I think it's different the way we do things. Thought I just saw something. So I'm going to try to get you in the car, and we'll get underway as quickly as we can. We're going to stop at Shockey, take a look around, or at least I will, and we'll see if it's worth staying there. It may be, it may not be. Let's do one thing at a time first, though. Get you back in the car. Hold on. Why is this more awkward getting back in than it was getting out? Another black tern in the air. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful birds. Okay, hold on. Be right with you. Okay. I have a feeling, I mean, there's a good chance we won't stay at Shockey, but I want to take a look. We're nearby, and we'll take a look. Let's get things plugged back in here. You know, we could see, if I see black terns at Shockey, yeah, sure, I'd be glad to see them, but given how we just saw them now, I don't think I'd get everything out of the car just so we could take another look. Now, if there's something else there, that we haven't seen, or that looks like it's giving presenting a very good look, that's a different story. Then we'll get out of the car. It's getting late. It's about 4:30 right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I should have given you a look at the generator and the dog. I know you were dying to see those things. Next time. just saw a black tern fly from Shockey. They're flying back and forth between Shockey and Mays Point, and there was a snapping turtle that looked like it was going to cross the road towards Mays Point. That's, depending on if it goes and when it goes, that's kind of a recipe for disaster for the turtle. So we're gonna do the. I think I hear a warbling vireo, and I thought I just heard a yellow warbler. And did I hear a marsh wren? Song sparrow. Yes, marsh wren. So let me get out and I'll take a look and see if there's anything we should be looking at together. I should be right back. We may just close up here. 81 degrees, by the way.
Okay, everybody, sorry it took me so long. I was talking with some people. You know, I like to do that sometimes. We're not going to stay, but I did see or hear a number of species, including green heron, great blue heron, wood duck, red-winged blackbird, gray catbird, warbling vireo, black tern, I think that's just about it, or that's all that comes to mind. I know I'm missing something. But anyway, so we're gonna go. Nothing was really close. I mean, even the green heron, I heard it before I saw it, and then I did see it, but it flew down towards water level, and I was unable to see it any further because it got lost in vegetation. So what time is it? Let's say roughly 6:15, everybody, by the time we restart in Ithaca. Roughly 6:15. I want to see if you got the message. Okay, everybody, you've got the message, and I will see you all as quickly as I can. If I can get there a little sooner, I'll get there a little sooner. Bye, everybody.